What's going on, everybody? I needed to do a early stream today, and so there's a lot to talk about, folks. I just wanted to quickly go over a few details real fast, look at some liquidity providing, go over into some more detail as to what exactly all that actually means, as well as looking into the most recent Richard Hart tweet. And guys, this is bullish AF in my opinion. We are so freaking close to PulseChain launching. You can smell what Richard Hart is cooking, and damn, does it freaking smell good, because guys, we are this close to launching V3. And folks, if you don't understand what that means, it means we are this close to launching PulseChain as well. PulseChain, once V3 comes out, can literally launch anywhere between 24 to 96 hours upon Richard Hart's choosing. We just have to make sure that, again, everything is working as intended. We know we're going to see the AMM bot. We're going to see the validators. We're going to get to see a whole slew of information, and I am so excited to be sharing all this with you. If you want to come along for the ride, be sure to like, subscribe, and join the channel as well, because we're going to be talking all things PulseChain, going over all things on passive income, how to make some yield farming, how to provide liquidity, what all of it actually means. And again, if you're wanting some passive income, this channel is definitely for you. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic hump day. Mike, what day is it? Hump day! It's definitely hump day, my friends. We got Wednesday up in the house, March 22nd, 2023. And folks, a quick word. I will be having Westcott Crypto on the channel tomorrow. Get ready. I'm super excited for that. We are looking to knock that out as well. Super freaking excited. I will be posting all of this as well, so that way everyone can really know what's going down. But I know this was a super short, urgent, last moment live stream. Normally I stream at 1:30, but guys, I needed to get this done today as I am currently a little bit busy. But damn, do we see the hex price pumping? We sure do. Look at this, folks. Already today, from the current hype of PulseChain V3 launching to the most recent tweet from Richard Hart, the price of hex has already gone up to 10 point. Let me see right here, 10.96. Oh shit, 10.95, guys. We are pumping live on stream. This is exactly what we're all excited for. This is all what we're waiting for. We want to see Hex break above this 10-cent threshold. We have not only broken it, we have definitely surpassed it. Now what we want to see is we want to make sure that we hold this 10-cent line as a support. So as long as we can come back down and even possibly retest it, hold it as support, guys, bullish skies ahead. This is super freaking bullish. We got the price of hex pumping almost at 11 cents already. Let's see if we can break 11 cents live on stream. We'll come back and check this message here in just a second as well. People are moving their liquidity around. They're trying to make sure that they can still earn some passive income by providing liquidity. Dangerous game you're playing. However, if you know V3 isn't out yet, you can still provide it. I do advise pulling liquidity before the launch of PulseChain. So as soon, again, not financial advice, but as soon as we end up getting the announcement of PulseChain V3, we can assume that we're going to have V3 or PulseChain live within as soon as a day. You know what I mean? It can literally happen super fast. And guys, it is absolutely an amazing time. So if you are providing liquidity, great time to earn some income. However, if you want to make sure that you get the most benefit of the additional copy when it happens from Hex to, or from PulseChain, from Ethereum to PulseChain, you want to make sure you have all of your stuff in ERC20s, because all the liquidity is getting sucked from the AMM bot, and it will be redistributed through an AMM fixer ratio to go through and redistribute all of the necessary liquidity to provide all of the tokens for when PulseChain launches. Guys, this has never been done before. Super freaking excited for what's about to be going down, what's about to be happening as well. If I can still stream at 1:30, I will look to still stream at 1:30 as well. So let's just take a little look right here. We got ATI, we got Pierce ETH. What's up, my friend? The blockchain boy. Yeah, dude, that was such an epic video for Westcott Crypto. Good morning. So bullish, so close. Absolutely. Good morning, brother. What's up, Crypto Military Vet? Gloria, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all of you beautiful, beautiful people. Again, this was more or less a last minute stream. I had to do it. But guys, look at this. Richard Hart just came out and tweeted, guys, one, he's at 302,000 followers now. Let's go. Richard Hart just tweeted 36 minutes ago saying pulsechain.com, pulsex.com news. Everything is up and running privately. The staking website is being cleaned up so it's easier for you, the validators, to get started. It's 32 million testnet pulse to be a validator. They're fixing the batch deposit feature. This is so freaking bullish, guys, because we already know that if you want to be a validator on the Ethereum network, you have to at least have 32 Ethereum, and most times you're pulling that together where you're actually giving your Ethereum to someone else to make sure that you can be a validator. We're going to be allowing all of this to where you can batch it and pull it together without even giving up your tokens. So these are freaking bullish features right here. Of course, you got the website pulsex.com. Definitely recommend checking it out. He says there are no blockers except for that convenience of batch adding your validators. Could easily go live without the batch feature in the staking launchpad, or it might fix easily. Basically, testnet v3 is so close. Like, god damn, dude. He says that right there. So with fucking 18 O's. Man, you get in the O face all day. Oh. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. This is an amazing time to be around. We are so blessed to be in this opportunity to actually watch this pump happen. I hope every single one of y'all's bags are just massively increasing. Guys, we've already gone up. I mean, just in the last 90 days alone. Let's just look at this real fast because this is just amazing. In the last 90 days alone, if you were actually purchasing at the beginning of January, and I'm going to do the very first day of January, not even the lowest part, the very first day of January, and you got all the way up to right here, you've already gone and done a 487%, or essentially almost a 6x your bag. So if you came in with 10,000, you're sitting on 60,000, guys. What a phenomenal time to be here. And I hope every single one of y'all are in profit right now. Hopefully you were able to dollar cost average and bring your overall average down, even if you were buying at 50 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents. If you continue to dollar cost average and continue to invest on these lower prices, that lowers your overall investment in total, and in most times you can be in profit much faster than you actually think you can be. So congrats to every single one of you beautiful people. I think most people, if not all the people, should pretty much be in profit if you were dollar cost averaging during this entire time. Now again, it's tough because you have to understand it's tough, guys. When you're dollar cost averaging and it used to be up here at 50 cents and 40 cents and 50, it's easy to see the hype and get excited, but it's smart to go through and just continue to buy in, even if it's at 20 cents, 16 cents, goes down to 10 cents, goes down to 5 cents, goes down to 3 cents, even goes down as low as 2 cents. Guys, if you are continuing to purchase all the way down, you are making the best play financially for yourself. Congrats to every single one who made that play as well, because this is just super freaking exciting for everyone. And I hope all y'all are taking advantage of this. Look at this right here. We still have more buyers than sellers. This has been a common theme overall every single day. We've had more buyers than sellers. Usually it's a 2-to-1 ratio. In some cases, the buyers are outpacing the sellers, which is why we're seeing green candles. People are still trying to hold the price down. They're not letting it want it to get away. They're providing liquidity. And speaking of providing liquidity, guys, I wanted to bring this up because this was recently brought up to my attention through a recent thread as well. So this was actually from the Hex Whale Alert, or the Hex Alerts on Twitter. You can go through and of course follow them as well if you aren't already, but they go through and just make little notions of what's happening, what's been staked, what hasn't been staked, who's burning, who's minting, who's early in staking, all of that good stuff for bigger transactions in the Hex ecosystem. Well, one of the things that just recently happened was this right here. Uni V3 liquidity added 1.2 million US dollars. Now, I had a friend who came through and said, hey, what does all this actually mean? Can you break this down? And I thought I really have described liquidity providing before, but I wanted to show you how you can also look this information up yourself. So when you're coming in here and you actually look at this, you see the Etherscan website. Now this just means liquidity added. You don't know what range they added liquidity at. You don't know anything about what it is, but the benefit of V3 is you actually get what's called an NFT with this V3 liquidity providing as well. So what's funny about all this is you can come on down. This is the from address. So if you click the Etherscan, this is the entire transaction of everything that happened. Okay, you can come on down here and see that this is from this address. So you can of course click it. We can dive in and see what they're holding right now. They're holding a lot of liquid hex, folks. Massive amount of liquid hex. 7 million liquid hex right now, roughly accounting to $764,000. Congrats to this person as well. They aren't holding any Zen. Get that shit out of here. And of course, at the same time, they did provide some liquidity. So we want to see exactly how to go through and find out what it is. Now you can come over here to NFT transfers. And when you come over to NFT transfers, this used to say ERC 721. It means the same thing. Token transfers are ERC 20s. NFTs or ERC 721. So if you ever hear me say that, it just means NFT. But again, you click on NFT transfers and you can actually see right here, this is the amount that they actually provided. So you can see they essentially created nothing, right? It came from a burn address to a liquidity providing address right here. Now, they did one in two different positions, okay? So we can look at the first one, and just by clicking this little Uniswap V3 position right over here on the right side where my mouse is, you can actually come over and click it, and you'll actually be given the NFT, right? You're actually gonna get to see what this actually means. And the cool part about this is you can then go through and find out exactly the range that they are providing liquidity. Now in this case, they're providing liquidity from the range of 8 cents, 8.427 cents, should I say, to 10.285 cents, which just means that at this point in time, and I'll show you exactly what it means based on this right here. So let me just kind of pull this up and I'll show you exactly what I'm referring to. This is on the 1% pair. You can know it's on the 1% pair as well because it says Uniswap 1%, okay? So this is on the 1% pair, and if I come over here to a website called uniswap.fish, I can actually type in all of this information. Now again, I don't have to get specific with the amount of money, but for S's and G's, we might as well just show it exactly like it is. So this is 000, okay, cool, 1.2 million right there. Now this is showing, again, I like to toggle the pair, by the way, because I like to see things in hex. It makes more sense as to what the price is for hex instead of trying to figure out in USDC terms how much it is. But I can say that this person said they wanted to be in the range of 10 point, let me actually make sure I got everything correct to show you, 10.285, 8.4207. Okay, so we have 10.285, and again, I'm just going to kind of go here just for kind of the showcase of where it is, all the way down to 8.407, okay? So this is essentially saying this is their range right here. They are providing liquidity within this range. Now, what does that mean? Currently, they are outside the range. You can see because the price of hex is sitting at so the current price of hex is sitting at 10.89 cents, okay? So with the current price, this means that they are currently outside their range, meaning they are not earning any fees. But should the price end up dipping back down, this is a great example of showing what could in fact be the case. Whoops, let me zoom out. One little smidge. Okay, so this could in fact be the case. If they come through and they start moving the price down, and you'll see the price move through this white line right here. And again, if it's not white, I'm sorry, I am colorblind. It's a semi-colorblind, but anyways, you can see this line moving that I'm moving right here. Let's just say that. So as the prices end up in this range, they aren't earning any fees. You can see this because again, that's exactly how it works. They're holding majority in USDC, and as the price of hex, should it start dipping back down below, this is essentially a bid wall. This is awesome support for providing liquidity as well as earning fees, as well as saying if the price of hex dips down, I will buy your hex and I will give you my USDC. Now this is exactly what it means right here. Whoops, let me bring this back over here. Oh wait, cool. So as the price continues to go down, we're going to see the price go down from 10.7 cents, 10.5 cents. Once we get back in range, now you can see we're starting to convert some of that USDC into hex, okay? And as the price continues to go down, should it dip down below a certain number, whether it be 9 cents, 8 cents, or 8.5, as long as you're here within this range, this person is earning roughly about $4,400 per day, providing liquidity in this range, should it be in this range. Okay, so $4,800, amazing amount. This is per day, guys. You got to understand, providing liquidity is a phenomenal passive income. It does come with the impermanent loss side as well. We're not going to get into the impermanent loss at this time, but if you want to learn more about that, definitely follow for more. I'll be more than happy to share that information. But again, as the price, should it go down below this 8.4 cent level, well, now they've converted all of their $1.2 million, all of it sitting now in Hex, giving them roughly 11 million Hex at that point in time, with them providing liquidity, with them basically saying a good little wall of bid support right here, a phenomenal thing for the ecosystem. Now, this is just on the 1% pair. They actually provided 2 liquidity positions. So this is on the 1% pair, and I can actually come back and see they've also provided liquidity here at the 0.3% pair as well. Similar range, slightly different. This is now between 8.1 cents all the way down to 10.264, but the same rules apply. They will not earn any fees as long as we're above 10 cents or whatever, 10.4 cents. And as soon as the price keeps coming down into their range, bam, their USDC is starting to convert into Hex. And as soon as it gets out of the range, all of their USDC is converted into Hex. Now they can then pull their position, and they've actually managed to buy or swap a whole bunch of Hex, earn some additional yield at the same time, and just allows them a phenomenal thing without having to put in limit orders and all that good stuff as well. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Again, I wanted to show this because I got that question, and I wanted to show you how you can look at this as well. You can literally come into Etherscan, you can look up these transactions yourself, and you can view their positions should you decide to. Okay, it would be an awesome thing as well. So this is just a quick little tutorial as to how that works, being a liquidity provider, what that actually means for this person who did recently buy liquidity as well. What's up, Gloria? What's up, Monkey Magic? Hello, my friend. Yes, let's go, validators. Smash the like, absolutely. 10.93 cents, let's go. ATX is on fire. Appreciate that, Gloria. Much love as well. Much love. Damn, just realized I didn't follow you on Twitter. Pierceeds, what? Yeah, guys, come give me a follow on Twitter. Hit me up, hit the subscribe button. Come join me on all the socials, folks. I'm enjoying this. It's going to be an absolute banger blast of a time. We have so much news, so much excitement happening. That is my Twitter in the link as well for everyone to follow. Thank you for sharing that, Pierceeds. Much love and much appreciation. I did just recently have super chats turned on. Facing Reality is the first super chat of the channel. Much love to Facing Reality. We had Clifton Lewis come through with a super chat yesterday as well. Guys, thank you so much for all the love, all the support. It's an absolute banger of a time. I'm having a lot of fun making this content, sharing this information. Of course, I get to learn as well. This is a massive learning opportunity for me. It is fun sharing what I can learn, how I can show you what I can learn as well, and where it all ends up being. But let's take a look at actually where liquidity is sitting right now, because right now, this is what people are wanting. Look how low the liquidity is. Now, granted, this one is the 0.3% pair, but again, this is probably the main trading pair with Hex versus USDC. Someone did put all the way out 6 million Hex all the way out to 50 cents, which just means that when the price reaches 50 cents, they're basically saying, hey, I'll sell you my Hex, but I ain't selling it until 50 cents. You give me your USDC and I'll sell you my Hex, but again, I ain't selling it to you until 50 cents. So props to this particular person and entity. Massive liquidity provided here in this range. So a huge support. Now, this is technically a sell wall, right? We know that to be the thing. This is someone who will sell their Hex. 6 million Hex could come back on the market, but what an opportunity. Someone's basically saying that, hey, I ain't selling it until it reaches here. Now, the current range where Hex is sitting at right now, whoops, this is actually showing, let me pull it up and refresh once again, because we are higher than yesterday quite a bit. So yeah, once again, This is showing Hex sitting all the way here, all the way up to roughly about 11 cents right now. Look how much the liquidity has already shifted. Guys, you can see the chart from yesterday to today, and I wish I would have taken a little bit more time to kind of glance at it. But we're roughly around 9 cents. There wasn't too much liquidity provided in that range, all the way past 10 cents. Well, look how much liquidity is provided all the way up to 12, and even people are going all the way up to 15 cents. Massive bullish AF, if you ask me. Again, this range that we're seeing for this particular person, these are the people who provided that liquidity range, that $1.2 million that they provided, saying, hey, I got a nice bid wall right here, and I will buy your Hex if you're willing to dip the price down this low. I'm going to retain the price holding it up. I'm also going to be willing to buy your Hex and give you that USDC. And essentially, if you get a massive seller, for just example, and they come through and try to sell $500,000 and it dips down the price, for example, in this range, well, they're just going to push the price right back up again because it's going to get filled. It's going to get, they're going to get swapped. Massive bullish freaking news right here. Guys, we have so much good stuff coming along. We have so much good things that are happening. It's such an exciting day. Diehard Hexican, much love as well. Much love. Yeah, 11 to 12 cents is running. Yeah, dude. Like once we pass 12 cents based on liquidity, that's really the last little wall that we have of massive. I wouldn't even call it massive sell because there really ain't much Hex for sale right now, folks. This is someone who's saying, hey, I'm willing to give you a little bit of Hex. You know, we're talking about roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so roughly about 1.4 million Hex for sell up between now and 12 cents. That is massive. That is so freaking bullish because we can see, again, just based on where all of the actual trades end up happening, that people are buying, folks. Oh, we're already at 11 cents. Let's go. Fucking Hex breaking 11 cents right here live on stream. It actually got as high as 11.2 cents. Look at this, folks. This is just so freaking pretty, man. Guys, green candles make you happy. They make you happy. They gotta make you happy because you're making money again. We're out of this little depressing, man. Just keep on holding. It's gonna be okay. We're back in the freaking bullish zone again. We back entered that bullish territory, and this is massive freaking news because why? Richard Hart just came through and said, God, we are so close. Like the dude had the O face going right here. So close. Like, god damn. I cannot wait until V3 comes out. I will be more than happy to showcase V3, providing how to get all that set up, yield farming. Dude, there's going to be so much news that's going to be coming along. I've been waiting for this moment in time for so long. And man, dude, we're so close. I can smell what Richard Hart's cooking. I can definitely smell what Richard Hart's cooking right now. So I made a appreciate that. Firefighting 82 said had to jump in while working. This pump is sick. Absolutely. Yeah, this pump is sick. It definitely is. It's freaking awesome. Ben, what's going on? Could the fork snapshot happen at the same time as V3 launch to stop the buy, the rumor, sell the news? No. So that's the snapshot and fork happen at the same time. So until PulseChain goes live, the snapshot hasn't happened. You can just break it down like that. We can just leave it as simple as that. When V3 is here, we're going to be able to see how the AMM fixer bot does because it's live, it's fixed, it's running. We know it's good to go. And so we're going to basically see how all the ratios are going to work, providing all the AMM bots for all the ERC20 tokens, maybe even make some game plans as to pre-launch for PulseChain, maybe even see what could be possible. But guys, you got to understand, Richard Hart has also said it as well, that when V3 gets here, that we could be looking at mainnet anytime. And again, I say within 24 to 96 hours because we know they got to redo the Aragon sync and they have to re-update the blockchain index. But let me see right here, like this little tweet. The testnet V3 launches, like when PulseChain testnet V3 launches, that will count as your warning that mainnet could launch at any time. So, like, once we're closer to V3, we're seeing the pump already happen live on stream right now. We're seeing people get bullish on this again. We're breaking the 10-cent threshold. We smashed it, if you ask me. People are now moving their liquidity up. We've already looked at this as well. People are moving their liquidity up, so there will be some sell pressure, but there's only about 1.4 million hex for sell up until about 12 cents. Granted, there's other pairs as well. You can always look through other pairs. This is the 0.3% pair. So all in all, let's just see how much liquidity is actually around. Real quick, I haven't taken a look at this in a hot minute, but guys, be mindful as well of GUI, right? Don't do like fast transactions just to do something. Be mindful of GUI. Like, I know we always want to rush and like make sure we don't miss out. Be mindful of what the actual Ethereum transactions are going to cost you, because if it ends up, granted, dude, if you're over here making 100, 200, 500% on the money, what's a 20, 30, $40 GUI? It just sucks to lose that money in the short term. And it means that you're probably paying a little bit more than you should. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I have been seeing it below 20 recently, so I would be waiting anywhere between the 15 to 20 GUI range to be making transactions. However, if you got to make a move, if you just want to do something, then you do it, boo. You make that happen, because guys, we are running out of time to be playing our what is going to happen. I also came through and did a tweet. I did I did a poll. I had 2 polls going because I'm going to be doing a poll once a day. I'm very curious as to kind of like what everyone's thinking. So the poll that I started with right from the jump is, what project do you think has the most potential? And guys, let me know down in the comments as well. Let me know down in the chat what's going to happen, what's happening, what are your thoughts as well. Come on, participate in the polls. We got 9 hours left for this one. I believe we got 9 hours left for the other one. I did 2 polls at the same time. I got excited for polls. I'm really wanting to kind of incorporate this possibly even within my stream as well. So what projects do you think has the most growth potential for 2023? Tell us your predictions and analysis and let me know why. This is bringing down all of them. We got 19% of people saying Hex. Now again, this is Hex on both networks. I'm just saying Hex as a general token because Hex is Hex, right? It's a completed product. We know what it is. It's fully finished. We're going to get 2 copies, or we're going to get 1 copy from the Ethereum side to PulseChain side when it launches. Make sure you got your stakes in order. If you don't have a 15-year stake now, fucking make a 15-year stake, right? Go create a 10,000 hex stake for 15 years. Send it out. Who cares what happens in what if something just magical happens in 15 years where the price of hex reaches, say, $50, for example? That 10,000 hex could easily turn into something in the ballpark of $3 million. Like, again, I did this on stream the other day. Guys, I get so distracted. This is just freaking so exciting for me because it's like we're so blessed to be here. We're so freaking blessed, man. We're so blessed to even be aware of this launching, be aware of everything happening, know of what's going on right now. So 10,000 hex to burn, all the way up to, say, $50 hex. And again, this is 15 years, by the way, folks. We're talking 15 years in the future. Now, I could easily see it going way beyond $50, but I am being conservative when I say this estimate. $50 hex in 15 years. Look, you turn this $1,000 investment right now that could potentially, when you burn it and mint it, turn into $3.1 million. So, like, just do 1 stake, because what happens is you get a copy on PulseChain too. So if you don't have a 15-year stake, find a way to make a 15-year stake. This gets you that 1 T share. I think that's going to be massive because the yield that you earn based on that 1 T share is going to be higher, and it's going to keep increasing. This number is on an average daily payout of 6.35. We're already way above that at this point in time at 6.4 for a 60-day running average, 30-day running average at 6.5. So we're already above this estimate, and it just keeps going up from there. What if the daily payout ends up being something like 14 hex per day, 50 hex per day, 100 hex per day, and then you hold this stake for that long? Guys, these numbers can go absolutely bonkers for such a small investment of 10,000 hex. Go ahead and set it up, because you're going to get it copied on 2 networks. You're going to have it on PulseChain and you're going to have it on Ethereum. Fuck the gas fees. Don't worry about that shit. Handle that shit when the time comes. If you invest in PulseChain, PulseX, Hex on both networks right now, you can pay for the gas fees in the future. I can assure you of that. As long as you ain't stupid with your money that you've been making, because we're about to be making a buku amount of money. You're about to say, F that job. You want to be knowing that passive income life? This is what we're about to be getting into. Yield farming, how to be a validator, how to provide, and it's so much stuff, guys. So much stuff. I'm absolutely pumped about this right now. Let me see what's available on the market right now. Let me see daily charts if I'm not mistaken. And is it daily charts? Is that where it is? Total T-shares. Advanced staking data. Give me 1 second. I always forget the exact. Nope, definitely not that one. Hexfire charts. I think it's the Hexfire charts one. Hexfire.io has so many charts. I get confused as to like which ones are here. Here it is. Hexfire charts has the liquidity set up. So overall, out of the Uniswap V2 and V3 pairs, we have 86 million hex up for grabs. That's not that much, folks. You can see at one point in time, we've had as high as, 288 million, and we've had as high as 330 million, right? We've had plenty of hex on the market, and right now there's 86 million up for grabs. Right now, in terms of the Ethereum, there's 3,200 Ethereum as well. And then in terms of the USDC, we're sitting somewhere in the ballpark. And again, I know I got myself covered up on it. Whoops, didn't mean to cover that. We're sitting in the ballpark of about 7 million USDC. So liquidity is looking freaking beautiful, folks. This is looking very gorgeous. We got that pump happening. It's just so, guys, we're so freaking lucky. We're so excited. We're so blessed to even be here in this moment in time. Be sure to just take in all this, right? Let it all come in. Let it all soak in. Enjoy the positivity. We've had a lot of like 600 days or 500 days of some negative Nancy's that were in the Hex ecosystem saying it's going to go down. It's going to crash. You've gone through the FUD now. That is experiencing the first cycle. And I was glad to be experiencing that cycle with y'all. I got to stream. I got to keep you updated. I got to make sure that all of y'all are staying very knowledgeable when it comes to not wrecking yourself. And damn, dude, it is such an absolute banger of a time. So again, Ben, to answer the question, no, the V3 snapshot will not be the actual snapshot. There will be, when PulseChain launches, that's when the snapshot will happen. So make sure you got your stuff ready. Agenda 69, what is going on, my friend? Hello, hello. Got that Christmas tree life. Absolutely. 11.05, 13 to 17 cents is even more wild. Imagine when we're back at 40 cents, right? 50 cents. I've said this before that when V3 launches, I do anticipate that we're going to see probably a 2 to 5x pump. And that could be anywhere between 20 cents all the way up to 50 cents at the current price of where it sits. And that's just from a V3 excitement, because we know that people, guys, V3 is the last warning. V3 is the final warning before PulseChain can go live. And literally, it can go live any second. Any second. From whenever Richard Hart decides to say, let's do it, within 24 to 96 hours, that sucker could just launch and we wouldn't even know. And it's just going to be we're so freaking close, man. It's so freaking awesome. Again, back to the poll. I got distracted. Big time distracted. Back to the poll real fast. Tell us your predictions and analysis. I'd say most people say all of them. And that's a smart, guys. That's smart. I'd say this time and time again. Build yourself the foundation. Build yourself that foundation that is a solid foundation, right? Get yourself the PulseChain. Get yourself the Hex. Get yourself the PulseX. Get yourself the 4 pillars, because the 5 Ps, proper preparation, prevents poor performance. I've said it time and time and time again. Get yourself the 4 pillars, and then once that foundation is set, you can go start making some fun plays. Get yourself the 4 pillars first, right? Make sure you're involved in all of them. So all the above is in fact the answer I would personally choose. But you got folks that are going to be playing the game, that they're going to thinking they're better, that they're going to know, that they're going to be able to ratio trade in the very beginning. Be very careful, be very cautious, be wise not to be the first, okay? It's okay to be a little bit slower, guys. We're so early. Just imagine if you were in Ethereum. Just imagine if you were in Hex. Just imagine if you were in Bitcoin during the first 30 days of its existence. We're so early. Do not wreck yourself trying to make a play that, one, you may not fully understand, that two, you're just doing it out of emotions. Because guys, like, this is a time, the proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's where this comes in right here. Do not make an emotional decision. Do not make rash decisions. You will get wrecked when you make emotional decisions. It is not fun. And you can sit on your arse and do absolutely nothing and probably be in a much more advantageous position than someone who thinks they're going to outplay the system, because these numbers are going to be pumping like crazy. So the next one, I said, what projects are you most excited about? Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, right? And this is actually breaking it down to where I wanted to really see what people are mainly focused on. Now, again, I think Hex on both. Look at this. Out of 63 votes, we got eHex and pHex having perfect parity. That's just comical, because we talk about parity on both networks all the time. And it's funny that it reached parity right here on this little on the poll. Anyways, we have PulseChain right here saying that, again, they are super excited about PulseChain. And I got full props to everyone excited about PulseChain. In fact, I would see PulseChain going and doing some absolute monstrous things well within the first 4 years. We've looked at what the average is for a layer 1 launch, and it is somewhere in the ballpark of about a 4,000x. So let's be very conservative and say you get 1,000x. What are you going to do in that situation? Do you have a plan in place for taking profits? Do you have everything set up to make sure that you're mentally and emotionally prepared to go through the roller coasters of seeing millions turn into hundreds of thousands, or seeing tens of millions turn into millions? Because guys, if you have a long-term mentality, then you better be ready to freaking hold through this cycle. You better be ready to make sure you're good. Now, I'm not saying don't take profits. Take profits, folks. Take profits. Like, have a good profit taking strategy, whether that's waiting until it does a 10x and then taking some profits, whether that's waiting until it doubles and then you take profits, whether that's waiting until 100x and then you take profits. Take profits, folks. I cannot stress this enough. Why would you not want to take profit? Now, I'm not talking about just taking profits and cashing out into your bank account. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cashing out and holding that sucker on reserve, so that way when the price inevitably dips, maybe down to 4, or maybe it drops down 40%, 50%, 80% within the first 60 to 90 days of its launch, you got that spare cash ready to go. So say, for example, we launch and we go and do a 10 to 50x right out of the gate within the first 30 days, because people are excited, folks. People are fucking pumped about PulseChain, and I can't blame them. I'm in the same boat as well. People are excited about PulseX, and there's so much money that was invested on the sacrifice that's going to be able to say, hey, I can wait the first 90 days. I've waited during this time. I can wait till 90 days. But if you don't take profits, because say, for example, we do a 10 to 50x, and if you don't have some profit taken and we eventually dip back down, guys, that could be an emotional mind fuck, and you actually might end up jeopardizing yourself and talking your way out of getting out of the ecosystem. And I highly would caution everyone who may be in that situation to just say, like, really think about what it is and what it means. Because guys, if you turn something of, and again, we're just going to use some easy numbers here, say $50,000, and I'm just going to pull up the exact math here so you can see. Say you have, I'll even say 5,000. We're just going to be generous here. And it goes and does a 40x within the first 30 days. You turned $5,000 into $200,000. Congrats. But what if at that point in time, it then goes and does a 80% dip? At that point in time, you would only have $40,000 left. So you would have 5,000 turned into 200,000, drop down to 40,000. Now that's still a massive profit, but you're going to be beating yourself up saying, man, like, why didn't I do something at the freaking 200,000? Why didn't I do something on the way up every single time it did a 10x? Why didn't I do something? Like, don't beat yourself up over this, man. Make sure to put a good plan in place. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Like, fucking set up a system that makes sure you're ready, because people are excited about PulseChain. People are excited about PulseX, and I can't blame them, folks. I am also equally excited about this entire ecosystem right here, because damn, the ATX pump is on. Yeah, exactly. Green dildos are the best. What up? If these candles don't make you happy, I don't know what will. Man, exactly. Right. Yeah, for sure. Hex PLS, PLSX, 11 cents. Woohoo! Facts on facts. ATX streams are fire. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, my friend. We got okay. Did you tweet this stream, ATX? Let's all retweet. I don't think I really don't like hit up the socials. In all reality, I could do a much better job of promoting the streams, promoting the content, and I'm sure like it's definitely something that I'm working toward. I'm becoming better and better. I have an absolute blast figuring all this information out. But yeah, I by no means was a professional streamer. I got all this set up. This entire setup that I did was all set up because I've slowly built it upon time, and I got a better camera, and then I got a better mic, and then I switched this up, and then you know what I mean? I switch one thing up at a time to make sure that it's working. I'm a slow IT guy, whereas what is the saying? Analysis paralysis, where I try to like overanalyze stuff, and then I get to a certain point in time where I become paralyzed because I overanalyze and then I don't do anything. So that's kind of where I try just saying, okay, I'm going to implement one thing different. I'm going to do one thing different, because if I can change one thing at a time, I can know what the results are and I can also go back and fix should it break for whatever reason. But if I go through and start changing a whole bunch of stuff all at once, man, I know myself, and I'll just go through and I'll be like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, and then I just end up doing nothing because unfortunately I got that analysis paralysis. And I think that's going to be a big thing that's going to happen as well when PulseChain launches. Are y'all going to be in a situation where you're caught with analysis paralysis? You're going to see these pumps happen, I'm telling you. You're going to see a PulseChain launch, and you could see a 10x right from the jump, and you could see a 10 to 50x right from the jump within the first 90 days. That's when greed comes in. That's when emotion comes in. If you don't have a good strategy in place, you're thinking, I'm just going to wait. I was going to sell at the 10x, but now I'm going to wait because like it's gone and done a 30x, and now I need to wait until it does a 50x. Like, that's analysis paralysis, man. Come up with a strategy that's easy to follow, that's easy to implement, that you know yourself can maintain, that will not wreck your bag. And again, if you do take profits, I recommend a small portion of profits. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go ham. But guys, if you have something like, for example, we're going to go back to this $5,000 example, and you invested in PulseChain and it goes and does a 10x right from the jump, you just turned 5,000 into 50,000. Well, maybe you should probably look at taking maybe a 10% profit from there, right? Take out that $5,000, that initial investment that you once did right from the jump, and you're still sitting on $45,000 at that point in time. Well, what happens if that $45,000 goes and does another 5x? That turns that essentially 40,000 or turns in the 5,000 into essentially what would be a 50x, right? Because that's just how it all works, right? The 10x, 5x, 50x, right? So now you're sitting on 225,000. Well, what if you go and do that same 10% profit? Now you've taken, oh, damn, I ain't sharing my screen. Well, again, this ain't really anything crazy. It's just math I'm talking about. I'll show it again real fast just because I like showing numbers. 5,000 times 10 would be a $50,000 profit. You go and take a 10% profit out of that. That's $5,000. Again, that leaves you $45,000. Well, what if that goes and does another 5x from there, making it a 50x at that point in time? Well, what if you have another 10% profit that you've taken out? You've taken out now 22,500 plus your initial 5,000. And again, now you're sitting on this ballpark of about 200,000 still sitting in cash or within the ecosystem, PulseChain, PulseX, whatever token you're holding, Hex, PHEX, EHEX, whatever. And you're able to, with actually, without even doing anything too crazy, pull out roughly about $28,000 in profit. That's massive. That's massive. That's some people's full annual salary. Like, and I know that sounds crazy, but I used to be a credit analyst, and what I would do whenever I would go through it, I would look at these profiles. You type in how much income they're making, and they're like, I make, $2,000 a month, and you're like, bro, what? How you living? But that's, some people's annual salary right there, made within the span of what could in fact be 30 to 90 days. So do you have a good strategy in place right now? Do you have everything set up in your head, in your heart of hearts, that could actually make more sense? Big GZ, what's up? Patreon supporter right there. Much love, Big GZ. No, the snapshot already happened because V3 is private and running. Again, we're going to get to... It did a snapshot. Yes, we're gonna get everything updated in terms of when V3 goes live. We will see all of the balances. You'll see your stakes. You'll see all that. However, that is not what's going to be live on PulseChain. So if you make any trades or anything after V3 goes live, say you, for example, are waiting until the snapshot to maybe get out of Hex and back into your token, wait until PulseChain launches, because you will end up wrecked, because like the snapshot has not happened, right? We're going to get to see a snapshot of what happened at the time, a picture, if you will, of what happened at the time for V3, but you will not see what happens at the actual end of it too. So make sure to be very careful and very cautious on making this play. I just want to be clear on that as well. What do you think will the price of Hex go after PulseChain launches? So it's funny. It depends on which way you look at it. I think Ethereum Hex is probably going to have a dip, because people are using the Ethereum Hex right now as a tool to get into PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex on the PulseChain side. And so I think we may see a slight little dip. And that's just going to be kind of what happens, right? We're also going to get to see the price of Hex go anywhere between possible, all-time high, 50 cents and that kind of stuff. And maybe it retraces and goes down 40, 50%. But as long as like this liquidity remains where it is right now at the 8-cent level, it's going to be very tough to break the 8-cent threshold, right? So it just depends on where it goes up to from where it retraces down to. Just to kind of make sure we're going to do it real fast. Crypto 7 going to run out of watches real quick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he should have already been given the 2 watches, right? We got the 10 cent 3 watches. We got the 11-cent pump already happened. So he talking. Guys, we're at 12 fucking cents right now. Oh my god, hold on. I just looked at TradingView, and I looked at the Hex USDC pair. Was I not? Oh, it's Uniswap V1. Okay, cool. Uniswap V1, for shits and gigs, I'll show you. Uniswap V1 currently has the price of Hex sitting at 11. Oh, okay, I'm reading it wrong. 11.19. Okay, cool. I thought it said 11.9. I was like, damn, we almost hit 12 cents this stream. Holy shit. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have a bunch of exciting news happening. We're still sitting roughly around the 11-cent threshold. Absolute massive news. He's definitely gonna run out of watches. Has anyone received a watch? Lol. I'm with you on that one, Big GZ. He's mentioned the watch so many times. We don't talk about watches and all that good stuff, but hopefully we have someone who starts showing the watches and making it happen, because at this point in time, I personally haven't seen anyone receive it. So now that we've hit 10 cents, he said he did a watch stream. I haven't gotten a chance to view that most recent stream. So maybe he did something there. Again, I'm going to go through and watch that after my stream. And it's just funny. He's definitely bringing it on. At Big GZ, Crypto 7 gave away 3 watches today. Exactly. He said he would give away 3 at 10 cents. He said he will give away 1 per 1 cent increase. So now that it's 10 cents, we're going to go 1 away at 11 cents, which technically we actually hit 11 cents today already, right? We are, like, you can see it right here. It hit 11.2 cents. So, so very curious there as well. Let me see if I can figure something out here. I wanted to draw something real quick, and I wanted to draw a parallel channel, just to check something out real quick. Give me 1 second. Parallel channel, and go from here to here up to here. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. So we're just kind of seeing how we're working and how we're bouncing off this parallel trend right now. It looks like as we go up, and you can kind of see as we keep going up right now, we're looking anywhere between right about 12 cents as long as we stay here within this trend right here, which we've kind of been sitting in since the beginning of January. So as long as we stay here in this trend, we're looking to go about 12 cents, probably bounce back down. I'm looking for that nice retest at 10 cents. I want to see that hold as support, and then we go bounce back up, and then onwards and upwards, 13 cents, and hopefully we just break out of this parallel channel and just smash through, right? Because when V3 launches, I could easily see it go kadoosh and fucking just straight up fly, and it just has a whole bunch of fun as well. What up, John Trotter? How are you, my friend? At Gloria Rafi, about time, no pun. About time. About damn time. Exactly. Nelson Buchetta, what's up, my friend? I think testnet is launching in April. Remember, the Uniswap V3 license expires April 1st, and he might want to implement it into PulseX. Yeah, I've been talking about that too. I don't think he's going to want to try to get it done right away, though, because he can always implement it later, right? especially if V3 is a thing. I was kind of in the same mindset as you. That could be where he's waiting, but dude, based on these freaking recent tweets from him, he is not playing around, right? Like, guys, this is not a joke at this point in time, in my personal opinion. He literally pulls up these messages saying everything is fine, everything is up and running privately, the staking website's being cleaned up so it's easier for you. My God, the validators to get started. It's 32 million PulseX. They're working on it, and then you look at it right here, guys. Look at this, and then the very next one, Pulse testnet, so close. He got the O face going, man. He got the O face going. Like, what? And guys, one interesting quote that came from Cosmo Jenkins, he said last time Hex turned 10 cents into a support line, it only took 35 days for it to run up to its all-time high to 50 cents in 2021, or above 50 cents, mainly due to PulseChain hype. And guess what we got going on right now, folks? Guess what we got going on right now? We got the freaking PulseChain hype. It's happening. When 2023 is price starting to break above 10 cents now, what happens when V3 goes live and Pulse mainnet is announced? Like, I 100% agree with this as well, because just imagine that we do get some sort of V3 announcement. Like he said, it took 35 days. So let's just kind of measure this out. And again, just kind of see what that would look like. And we're just going to go back to, say, 50 cents right here. And 35 days right here. So by the end of April, roughly, April 25th, April 26th, if we get V3 announced right now, we could be looking at another 400% increase. I was showing how already this year we've got a nice 400% increase that's already happened. So if you were in during here, you've already got a nice little 500% increase from the beginning of the year. That's a nice 6.37x your money, folks. And I hope every single one of y'all were able to capture some of this right here. You don't necessarily have to capture all of it, but damn, if you were able to get in at 3 cents, you've already 3x that money. If you were able to get in at 4 cents, you've almost 3x that money if we hit 12 cents. What a phenomenal freaking time, guys. What a phenomenal freaking time. Absolute banger of the possibilities that's going to be here in the very near future. Oh my gosh, dude. Absolutely in love with all of this right now. Absolutely in love. Facing Reality, what's up? Guys, Facing Reality again. Much love to Facing Reality. First super chat of the channel. That's always going to be remembered. Always going to be appreciated. Much love to Facing Reality. I just got super chats turned on yesterday. He came in clutch, hit me with a nice super chat. So thank you so freaking much for that as well. Clifton Lewis also showing that love and support of the hexicans. Much love to every single one of y'all on all of that. Okay, then here's mine. Okay, talk to me. Oh shit. Hold up, Pierce. I gotta actually pull up the I have the stream service going in anyways. Let me just pull it up real fast. Give me 1 second. Because I'll actually check that out and then retweet the stream. Absolutely, definitely retweet, folks. Retweet. Make sure you love it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. Make sure to capture this amazing time that we're in. Make sure to be paying attention to all of this that we have going on as well. And absolute freaking amazing, folks. Whoops, I got someone calling. Who's calling? Don't call me. Get out of here, folks. All right, let me pull up the tweet from good old Pierce ETH as well. Much love and appreciation. Okay, cool. Guys, look at this. Hey, we got Pierce ETH showing that love and support as well. Hex pumping. This is that nice little tweet talking about sharing that channel for me. Thank you so much, Pierce ETH. Whoops, did not mean to show that. This is so much love and support right here, Piercy. Thank you. Again, already got 34 views in the span of 15 minutes or so. Absolutely incredible. If you're back into Hex and PulseX, throw me a follow, and wow, everyone always on that follow gang. Hit me with that follow squad. That person's been talking. They keep putting this in like everything, so it's pretty interesting that they keep doing that. But Piercy, thank you for retweeting the stream out. Y'all can always go retweet this particular one as well. Share it from YouTube and just share it directly out of here. You can come on in here right here. Look at all the love, all the support. I just saw all the hearts coming through. Guys, thank you again for that subscribe. Ruth M, much love as well. We have all of this happening as we speak. You can click this nice little share button button, share it against everyone, right? Make sure you're sharing it with friends, family. Make sure you're putting it in the Reddit streams. Make sure you're doing all that good stuff. Help me out. Help me help you. Help me help you. Thank you again, Pierce Heath. Much love. Much love. Ruth M, thank you again. I love your positivity or positive energy. ATX, good job. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, dude, I had a hard moment in time coming back from Iraq. I went through a lot of deep, dark shit coming back from Iraq, trying to fit back into the civilian world, trying to see how I was ever going to make it. And the fact that I just was able to make it here was such a blessing in disguise. I was above the ground. I can't say that for all my friends. And the struggle came real for a lot of friends and all that good stuff. So I am just thankful to be here. I realize that, again, we got one life, man. Like, at this point in time, if there's an afterlife, we don't exactly know what's going to actually happen with that or at the end. So might as well do what we can to make sure you're earning the best possible life you can. That is why profit taking is also so freaking important. Guys, live your life to the fullest. Like, I get it. I got my stakes going out to 15 years too for Hex. I got them going out. But again, I'm going to make sure that I'm living the life to the fullest right now. You got to take some profits in order to make sure that you can capitalize on that. Get away from maybe your 9-to-5 job. Do what you really love. All that good stuff. Make some passive income. And we're going to be talking about all of that coming up whenever PulseChain goes live, because guys, there's going to be a massive passive income opportunity when PulseChain goes live. I am so freaking excited as well. Is anyone going to validate? Would love to see someone go over how to set one up. So Gamma DevOps or Gamma ETH, Gamma DevOps, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is what it actually goes by. Yeah, so Gamma DevOps, and I'll just kind of briefly again show you here. Gamma DevOps actually hits all this stuff up, and if you ever want to, you can definitely learn how to become a validator right here. No, that can't be the right one. 9 videos. Yeah. Okay. He's done them all live. Okay, cool. So he goes through and he actually talks about installing Geth, installing Prism, validator installation series for PulseChain. It's got the follow-up question and answers as well. He's got all this stuff live streaming every day until PulseChain goes live. I don't think that ended up being the case because it was a month ago and I don't see too many live streams unless he's taking them all down each time. I've seen some people do that, or they just make them to where you can't see them anymore. I've always wondered why people do this, and it makes me kind of curious. Maybe it's something that I can I don't know. I don't get why people do that, but again, maybe he is live streaming every day. I haven't seen him come through day 2, right? That was all a month ago. But he is part of the PulseChain developers. So if you actually look right here, which I don't even think we looked at today. Shit, might as well do that. Appreciate the question on that. Gamma DevOps is the very first one right there. Active as of March 21st. Oh shit, folks. Fucking Richard Hart, active as of March 21st. We said this time and time again. When he's active within 24 hours, we get some sort of news. We got that news. Guys, like, if this is bullish AF, folks. Like, we are so freaking close to V3 being here, and that's the final warning. Get your shit together. Make sure you got your ducks in a row. Make sure you got your stakes set up, because it's going to all get copied. Make sure you're set up for what you're holding liquid. If you're holding a bag of USDC, maybe don't hold a bag of USDC, because it's not going to be beneficial when PulseChain goes live. The chances that it's going to be worth $1 on PulseChain is very slim to none. So I caution everyone against this. Please make sure you're holding an ERC20 token. What that token is up to you. I personally am a fan of Hex. I think it's going to have the most liquidity provided. It's going to have the most engagement. There's going to be a lot of trading happening. There's going to be a lot of volume, and you can actually get in without a lot of slippage. Now, if you're messing with another token, maybe SHIB, Inc, Link, any of the other ones that are out there, it may not have a lot of liquidity. Thereby, you may end up taking on a massive amount of slippage if you don't know about the liquidity setup in the beginning. So make sure that you're very cautious in what you're doing. Take your time. You don't have to be first on this, right? Guys, if you were early on Hex, if you were early on PulseChain, if you were early on Bitcoin, if you were early on Ethereum, if you were early on any token that's ever freaking launched, that's actually stood around the test of time for longer than a cycle, then you were in a successful position, okay? You are in a higher position now, later, 4 years later, than you would have been at the beginning. So just be cautious, be careful. There's no need to rush. Exactly, Denise. Thank you so much. So yeah, Gamma DevOps, PulseChain developer right there. He's actually going through creating a bunch of content on how to become a validator. And so, definitely something for people to pay attention to if you aren't already. Again, Gamma DevOps, if you want to learn how to become a validator. It's not something that I personally will be messing with. It's just that would take on another job in and of itself. Becoming a validator, you do have to understand some Linux and that kind of stuff, to my understanding. But again, I don't want to be messing with that. It's something that you always have to make sure is up and running as well. And you typically have to have, I think it's like 8 gigs of I forget all the specs. Let me actually see if I can, because I have the specs for it in my computer. I just, I don't want to mess with that, dude. It's not something I want to have some fun with. Yeah, you have to have 64 gigs of RAM. You have to have, I think it's like a terabyte or something like that. I don't remember all the details, but I remember it's 64 gigs of RAM. So just be cautious with it, right? Be knowledgeable with it. Don't rush into all this stuff as well. But these are all the developers right here, guys. Active March 21st, March 21st, March 21st, 3 Commons Capital, March 20th. Like bullish, 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 like that. All freaking bullish. This is Pulse X as well. I'll do a quick little thing too. The wallet guy has been active essentially almost every day except for, well, yesterday, right? But you got Card Magic, Pulse X developer, Richard Hart active yesterday, Brett Paulson active as of yesterday, Agris yesterday, Heinz Wallet 20th, 3 Commons Capital 20th. Like, bull guy. Oh my God. We're so fucking close. We're so close. Like, can you smell what Richard Hart is cooking? Like, oh my God. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't even, again, guys, when PulseChain does go live and I can show off some more stuff, it's just going to be so exciting. But we've been messing here in this parallel channel for a little bit. I could easily see us going up, retesting this. Whoops. Thought I clicked paint. I could easily see us go up, retesting this 12-13 cent range, coming back down, possibly holding 10 cent as resistance, or as support, going back up, pumping up to 13-14 cents. Now, this is assuming that we don't necessarily get PulseChain V3 within, the next couple days. But what I would see happening is maybe we get it come back down to 11 cents, and then we get the announcement of V3, and this is when I could see something like this happen, where we just freaking get that nice green candle all the way up again, because people understand the excitement that is what is going to be coming. You could easily possibly see a 2x your money within the span of 24 to 48 hours. Now, again, not financial advice. Crypto is very volatile. You do you, boo. If you want to get something, make sure you take responsibility for your ownership of your actions. No one's telling you to do it. No one's making you do it. If you want to do it, then do it. If you don't, then don't. Simple as that. But again, I just want to make sure that everyone's understanding we don't have much longer at this point in time. We're the 9 EMA, 15 EMA is looking pretty as fuck right now. The overall conditions on, yeah, that was me showing a little stair step. This is weekly, by the way, folks. Look at this in the weekly view. This is weekly. We've had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks of green candles. I consider this actually a doji engulfing candle, so bullish again. If you see this kind of pattern where it's, essentially overtaken by the 2 candles next to it and then a pump up to a higher high. We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. This is this is bullish, guys. Very bullish, all bullish. That's all I can say. Everything right now is looking awfully freaking pretty for a nice setup to what could be a nice run all the way up to 20, 30, 40 cents, somewhere in this range. And again, who knows exactly what's going to happen? No one has a crystal ball. But if you're at least ready and anticipating, and hopefully you got a good profit-taking strategy, hopefully you're able to do something during this time, be knowledgeable about what's going on with all of it, because there's so much going on, so much good news, so many people to listen to, so much information happening that again, I'm just excited to be a part of this as well. We have Westcott Crypto coming on the stream tomorrow. I can't wait to have him on the stream. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a banger. He's actually talking about maybe even doing live streams as well. So we're going to dive into a little bit more on that as well with him, see what's going on. Awesome. Thanks for the info. Of course, John Trotter, thank you as well. Yeah, so you got it right here. John Pierce says it right there. I'm definitely going to try. GammaDevOps.eth is awesome for info on this. Yep, Pierce right there with you. He's definitely probably the main person I would listen to when it comes to that. You got people like David Federer and that kind of stuff. And again, until he comes out and sees V3 and sees how it works and sees how to get it set up, because he was going through and getting everything set up. He was setting up a whole system and storage and all that good stuff, and eventually didn't end up getting there. Exciting times, Denise. I am freaking pumped as well. I am pumped. Yes, ma'am. The missing video is on Gamma's Substack. Okay, cool. There you go, Big GZ. Thank you so much for that. We're at 11 cents. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. 2 terabytes, 8 core CPU. There you go, Big GZ. Sounds like Big GZ might be setting up a validator. Let me know if that's the case, Big GZ. I'd love to be able to support you in that as well. I will be having some PulseChain to be able to put up into some support on these systems. And again, I'll set up and support who we can. So there's going to be a lot of plays that are going to be coming out in the very near future. We're going to be able to provide 2 validators. We're going to be able to get yield farming. You can already see what was possible at the time. And again, it's unfortunate that I don't want to talk too much about it right now because V3 is coming out so freaking soon that, again, I just want to really showcase what it is possible. But you'll be able to switch over here in MetaMask. Guys, if you're new to all this, when V3 comes out, make a dummy wallet. I've said this time and time again, but I cannot stress the importance of a dummy wallet. If you aren't familiar with something, if it's your first time connecting to something, have a dummy wallet. Make sure it has 0 funds. Make sure it has nothing in there, because why? There's no need to connect something like this. Now, granted, this is test pulse. The purpose of it is, again, to test. The way I get that test pulse is I go to freepulse.io. When you connect to the very first time using a dummy wallet, you can actually come through and collect 10,000 test pulse right away, right from the jump. Man, come on. All these folks look like robots. Are they not all robots right now? They all look like robots. Okay, cool. You can come in here and get free pulse every single day. Now I just got 1, but every hour on the hour, you can come in here and have a potential of possibly even getting as high as 1.4 million pulse if you get a perfect roll of 10,000. Now, again, the chances are slim, right? Probably 1 in 10,000 and probably less than that in all reality based on how it all works, right? But that's just how this works. I caution everyone using freepulse.io to not get caught up playing some of these games. If you want to do it while using test pulse, cool. Because again, test pulse is worthless. It doesn't have any value, and it will not have any value. So if you want to come in here and play some of these games, you're more than welcome to. But I caution everyone, don't mess with this with your real pulse, man. Why? That's like such a freaking waste of your asset. Like, that's so silly. Can you have a potential of making some? Sure. But again, I caution everyone to just be smart with what they're doing as well. Again, freepulse.io is where you can go. We're going to go over all this in more details. Hey, I don't need your validation. I'm a validator. Hey, Big GZ, much love, dude. That's freaking epic, man. That's so freaking cool. I did not know that. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, it's going to be really cool, guys. We're going to be able to have a whole bunch of stuff, but coming back over here, you're going to be able to earn based on some farms. We're going to be making some passive income. We're going to go through strategies. We're going to look at a whole bunch of stuff. We can provide pools for different things if you ever wanted to. Again, the pools are finished right now, but you can earn some incentive tokens from different things, and you can see how much was staked. It's, guys, so much stuff is going to be coming here in the very, very near future. I just cannot wait. We have so much bullish news happening right now that, again, it's just so freaking exciting. We're sitting at 11 cents. Absolute phenomenal thing right here. Absolutely right here, Pierce. Much love. But damn, guys, there's so much happening, and I am bullish. I wanted to get that stream out real fast. I got a lot going on today. Maybe I'll do another stream later. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But, guys, if you are in the channel, and right now, leave a comment when I end the stream. Let the YouTube algo know that you were part of the replay gang or that you love the streams. If you're wanting to see more of this, definitely come through. Click like, click subscribe, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.